Hey guys, it's Annie, and today's video has been highly requested. You've been asking for the top personal development books that have changed my life. My subscribers know that I credit personal development books to so much of the shifts and transformation in my life. And for those of you who are new here, quickly, the background spiel. I moved to LA with $1,000 in my bank account. I was depressed. I got into a really toxic relationship with an alcoholic, toxic living situation. I was broke. I was babysitting for $10 an hour, several days a week. That was my main source of income. And I was just a hot mess. And it wasn't until I hit a really low point and had been in bed depressed for like 2-3 weeks straight, just drinking wine and binge watching Netflix to numb away my pain, that someone was like, hey, how about I send you these personal development books? I think they could really help you. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I hate reading, but I will give it a chance because I'm so miserable that I'll do anything right now because this is not how my life was supposed to go. So I picked up personal development books. And I'm gonna get into those personal development books. I've been actually giving away a lot of personal development books in my videos. I will talk about a giveaway this week towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Also, hit the thumbs up button if you find this video useful. I'll be doing like mini reviews on each of these. Now, let's do this. A lot of these are going to be familiar because I've given pretty much all of these away. But the first book, and this is the first ever personal development book I ever read, is The Miracle Morning, the not so obvious secret guaranteed to transform your life before 8 a.m. So The Miracle Morning is a very short and easy read, all about formulating the perfect morning routine to start your day off on the right track, on the right foot, spending the first hour of your day really dedicating that time to turn inward. One thing that always really struck me was this part that said something along the lines of, when you wake up and hit the snooze button or wake up and just go back to sleep because you don't want to get up, that's basically telling the universe that your life isn't worth living. Is that not a really sad message to put out there? Like, I would rather sleep through my life than experience my reality. And that hit me hard. The book has something called Life Savers, which is an acronym for the 6 practices he suggests that you should do every morning. The first S stands for silence. And the best way that I find to do that, and he recommends in this book, is meditation. Personally, I started out with 10-minute guided meditations. The A stands for affirmations, spending 5 minutes or so going over the affirmations, I am statements that you want for your life, such as I am confident, I am abundant, I am excited to wake up every morning and start my day. Even if these things aren't the things that you're feeling right now, it's basically trying to retrain your subconscious with these new beliefs that you want instilled in yourself. The V stands for visualization. You guys know, if you're subscribed to me, that I'm all about visualization, closing my eyes and vividly picturing what I want my life to look like in the future. E stands for exercise, getting some movement, even if that's like a minute of doing jumping jacks. It doesn't have to be extreme. R stands for reading, and ever since this book, having reading in my morning routine, I make time to read personal development books every single morning. And the last S stands for scripting, aka journaling. I use that time to do future journaling as if you're already living that life that you want. So you guys who have been around my channel, you know that I'm huge on morning routines, and it all started with this book. And the next book, probably my top favorite, you've seen this plenty of times, The Success Principles, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. Look how tattered this is. And as you can see, they're very different in sizes. This has over 500 pages. Also, don't get intimidated by that because the sections are so easy to read and to follow along to, and they're very short chapters, so it doesn't feel overwhelming at all. But this book changed my life so much more than probably any other book. Jack Canfield, if you are familiar with The Secret, Jack Canfield is in the movie or the documentary The Secret, and so this book has a ton of law of attraction principles as well as just general principles about success. This goes into so many different pieces. I learned about vision boards from this book. Like, you guys know that I'm queen of vision board making and queen of vision board manifesting. That's all because I read about it in this book. This book is also what really taught me about visualizations, as well as about future journaling. Anyway, so the first section of this book is all about the fundamentals of success. It goes into the law of attraction. It goes into finding your purpose. The next section is how to transform yourself for success. One of the chapters is called Drop Out of the Ain't It Awful Club and Surround Yourself with Successful People. Transform your inner critic into an inner coach. Develop new success habits for the year. Just a bunch of stuff like that. How to stay motivated. The next section is how to build your success team. How to become a leader worth following. One of the chapters is called Hire a Personal Coach. And oh, I don't think I mentioned, hi, not only am I a YouTuber, but if you're new here, I'm also a certified life coach. So if you need to hire yourself a coach, I'll put my website down there. The next section is create successful relationships, success and money, success in the digital age. It's like each little individual section and chapter is a whole different lesson. I love this book. I can't even explain it to do it justice. The next book I lent out to a friend, so I don't have the physical copy, but it is You're a Badass at Making Money, How to Master the Mindset of Wealth by Jen Sincero. This was my first ever money mindset book, and it blew my mind. It changed the way I looked at money. It changed the way I thought about money. It changed the way I spoke about money. It changed so much because so many of us grow up with these horrible money beliefs that our parents handed down to us, such as money is the root of all evil. Rich people are evil. If you have money, you're a bad person, basically is what we've been told our whole life. So of course, if we think money is bad and people who have money are bad, yet we want money, we're just like repelling it from us because at our core belief is we're not bad people. So if we also believe that having money makes us bad, even though we know we need it, we're gonna self-sabotage that every single time. So it makes you just look at it that like money isn't bad. And she goes into just like these activities and exercises that you can do to increase your money consciousness. There's just so many things that I'm not gonna go into because you're gonna read the book yourself. But with that, that's another piece I wanted to put out there. The reason that these books have transformed my life is because these little things that they've taught me, I take action on them. After reading this book, like the month after, I made my first ever $10,000, and that was a stretch. Every single month before that, I was making probably just over $1,000 a month to maybe $3,000 tops on like a really good month. I went from that to the very next month, $10,000. I have a video on that you can check out if you want, but I just recommend to read the book and do the things. And another money book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, Infinite Wealth and Abundance in the Here and Now by David Cameron Gikandi. I don't know if I said that correctly, but this goes even deeper. One of the first things it says in the very first chapter is only about 4% of the money in the United States, 4% of it has physical cash representation, and everything else is just simply numbers on a screen in our computers, in these systems, in these banks. There's no physical backing to them. It's not backed by gold. It's just numbers on a screen. We, as a society, have decided that this is worth this value when it's just energy. And it also goes into like quantum physics and just a lot. And lastly, we have The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I'm not gonna go too much into this because this one's a mind trip. Even though it's supposed to be doing the opposite, it's a lot to digest. It's about how much power there is in now, in this moment. We spend so much time in our heads, dwelling in the past, freaking out over the future, all up in our heads, and so much of our problems are just things that we're thinking of. They're not physically happening to us, and it's causing all of this suffering. So he kind of teaches you how to go about being the observer of your thoughts rather than being attached and consumed in them and like living in them. Because you know you can get in those like trances where you're just so caught up in your thoughts and it's like you're reliving it and you feel the pain of reliving something that happened in the past. And our body and our subconscious mind feels like it's living in that moment because we're so consumed in that. But really right now is all that's happening. The past isn't here. The future isn't here, and by the time we get to the future, it'll be the present. So now is everything. And even when it comes to planning the future, you're planning it now. Be very present while you're planning it now. And I'm not saying don't visualize, I'm super into visualization, but do it with intention and not just to daydream all day and get lost. And you know, a lot of the time though, if you're not into the personal development stuff, when you're thinking of the future, you're thinking of fear and what might go wrong. So that's a whole different thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna over-explain this because it's one that there's just too much in it to summarize in a few minutes. Other than that, really quickly, I know this video went way longer than I thought. I was like, this video about 5 books will take 5 minutes. Nope. But really quickly, I'm gonna tell you a few books that I have on my to-read list. So I have 3 I'll share real quick. First one is E Squared, 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. 2, The Complete Works. And 3, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. So I plan to purchase those and dive on in, and I'll let you know how I feel about them. And also I mentioned there would be a giveaway this week. It's not gonna be in this video, it's actually going to be over on my Instagram, so go follow me over there. But I want you to leave a comment down below letting me know out of the 5 books that I recommended, which one sounds the most interesting to you, and whichever answer I see the most of, I will give that away on my Instagram. For more videos to help you transform your life, I have a personal development playlist as well as a law of attraction playlist. I even have a playlist for morning routines since that's kind of relevant from today's video. So go check those out. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you soon with a new one. Bye guys.